June able to open some space into the air. Vertical gameplay coming through. Looking out under the
Beautiful.
The air dribble works out.
That could very well be true because Roberto Fig is doing a little bit more movement shifts than usual, but now looks like he's got everything figured out, able to crossbar down and in to get the lead right back for Lebanon.
It's backs against the wall, but it's block A all day, baby. Just like that, Forest Hills will sweep the rug out from under them, and they'll close the series out.
What a shot.
Back pass from Frosty to T-Stray to back to Frosty to T-Stray. It's this 1-2-1-2. Might be able to finish the run, sealing it down. Neon Neeks will get there before Frosty calls him off. And that's 4 in a row to get the lead in game 3.
Andrew evades the bump, makes the save, fakes pass one, picks up boost, and 50s it away, but Pluto, the better of it, lands on the ball and delivers. Hold on. Shenanigans of the kickoff will continue. Gruff is playing this up the ceiling, has a flip on the shot, scores as well! Gruff taking full command of this lobby.
What a time to have your first goal of the game, Gruff, off the ceiling.
And you said it, we're going to OT, golden goal territory, and the chance to change the series! Nitro, hat trick, and it's all back to tie up!
Is that 3 goals in like 11 seconds of gameplay? That's insane.
While Missing still looking for that clear. Wop able to keep it alive. He's popped it up now through the sky. Finds the demo! Wop, Boyertown, take it in overtime.
That is the not a good combo route for him. Forward throw, forward air.
7%.
Yeah, exactly.
Passive,
That's it.
right? And oh my gosh, you might see another
Another ST.
Yeah, and then every time he tries to dash forward, he's getting punched. He drops steel. No!
This time running low, the players' numbers, they're diminishing, and Mr. Gary has it all to do.
There's the first, there's the headshot, 2 more, no!
They are just probably gonna have to stall here, and that's a dead. Ooh, that's a dead. Everybody leave! What?
What a play here with the ult from Leaf.
It's gonna be a close call. The laser's down. Backline. That's awesome. One more time. Greater Johnstown. Annihilate. Can you find enough? The Ramattra finds a revenge. But who gets it? Oh my God, I can't believe that.
It's going to be someone in your back line, up, ready, and an ultimate. It's going to not get hacked out of it. It's a walk up, and there's a beautiful EMP. Bye-bye. There goes another team kill.
Feeling good in the neighborhood right now, and it's time for the Genji Blade as well. Slice, dice, 3K. Blurry's got another attack on top. The 4K shutdown team kill.
Unsurprisingly, and just with another play of the game, someone that we've just seen doing such a great job on the front, and yeah, I'll feel understandable.
An understandable final ultimate here, and an understandable team kill.
See, they're all in critical. Gom's the first one to go. Kitsune dropped down, but High Noon is the key. Triple kill. This guy's got Deadeye.
Massive, a Deadeye, and a perfect trigger finger. All of them will drop minus the one. Bingling's got a sliver.
The fact that Annihilation's still not needed makes that round look even better. Now gonna pop it, gonna walk in, Bastion instantly devoured yet again. They'll pick up 3 and looking to swoop the rest as well.
See what Devout can do. Already found one, but can you find even more? You almost have that Death Blossom online.
Surge!
Heimdall's gonna put everybody in, but the Baptiste is perfect. What? Oh my God! Heimdall! Speaking of the top 5 plays! I'm Carlisle. I am putting it all into this push. Here they go. A line up for the Rampage, and that Rampage finds them all. Stizzy right behind, finding the picks. Make it 3. It couldn't have been any more telegraphed. Stizzy's just clicking heads, and down goes Elizabethtown.
Just trying to keep everybody alive, and they already lose Genji. That's one ult taken off the table. And look at this barrage from behind. VR Master, 4 down already. Call it 5. You couldn't ask for a better ult from this guy.
Looking for that clear wop, able to keep it alive. He's popped it up now through the sky. Finds the demo! Wop, Boyertown taking it overtime.
Only 100 seconds left to go. Forest Hills on the offense. Flaw makes a crossbar bouncing save.
So many shots on target for Montgomery 1, and Montgomery 2 just keeps on replying.
Carry sends this one out, and Yard Prime Shank was trying to get at least a stop, and that's gonna be a fantastic challenge. He's making the save there.
Not going down without a fight. Dyer might get the first goal, but now that adjective remains for the entirety of the team.
Susquehanna has done it. Your Division 1 Dutch Conference champions.
Cristofo can sniff them out, spots the first, denies the defuse, gets the second, the 3K found here. They fall it back into their favor. Lauderdale slays on the spike and gets sprayed down.
Sapphire. They've established some level of an identity, and Katano with the whip. Oh my goodness, they do it through the smoke.
Big pickup. Katano, has one. What? More. It's another smoke kill. Katano's got 3.
Holding these close angles, Dane could be good for a couple, and he most certainly is. Enough for North to deal damage. The 1v1, and could it be the turnaround now for West Green? No. North has stunned themselves, but luckily not swinging the angle there is Mr. Sasquatch on the other end. Taking it away. Battle eliminated as well, and 4 from North to turn it around.
They're gonna have the Vandal back in hand, yes, but it's a 1v2, 1 defuse, 1 look for it. Let's see if the Wingman can do it enough. Sticking that defuse, looking for it. One shot, the ace from Johnny to finish out the round. And once more, Penn Trafford just using that suffocating offense to try to just barrel down. But look at this. Ghost, Penn Trafford, not knowing what's behind them. Finds 2, finds 3, looking for 4, finds them.
They lost one of their openers, but that door opening up means that Quotos is gonna find at least one before falling around. Fixing actually helped out. What some taps! Oh, on fixing this round 1 in their favor.
And Hale, it's gonna be a free site now for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, that was a lot of information. Makeda, oh my goodness, everyone getting popped in window. Say, how you doing? Trying to find 1 extra in this 1v1.
Skip, mushed, do it all. 2v1, Empress popped, and it's time to get your job done. Oh, he spots one. He dinks the head as well. Twist is going to have to dip back to a safer location here. And now the spray. Skip finds Freakzilla. He's got the opportunity here to close it out. The swing, and it's good.
Down numbers in favor of South Fayette. And again, it's just Matcha. But Matcha has been fun to watch. There we go again. That's 2 foul, and Matcha cleans it up. That's an ace clutch.
Gustas in a cheeky corner, looking to get lucky with the Bucky, and they are headed right their direction.
Ooh, yummies. There's the first. Nom nom. Second goes through. Nom nom. Thank you. Shotgun kills are beautiful. I appreciate the rifle donation. I'll take a 3rd kill with it. Why not? The rest of the side is falling apart. Megusta Sinu. It's the ace. What is going through your veins? 5K all day. Lower Marlins on map points.
This is an insane way for this to go down. The barrage is there, but can you find anybody with it? You don't need to. Plant Shotter has got it.
Orbital Ray comes out. Trenting's gonna be able to find the kill. Hicks on the flank. Gonna get so much extra damage. Double, triple.
Still dancing around as DPS Diff pops the ult, finds one. Game Slays drops Destiny, and all of a sudden West Branch making the final push. Your Elite Division champions, West Branch.
Frozen from the ultimate. The headshots are ready to go. Blue Boy might have just won them the series.
A line up for the Rampage, and that Rampage finds them all. Stizzy right behind, finding the picks. Make it 3. It couldn't have been any more telegraphed. Stizzy's just clicking heads.
out of nowhere manages to pick that one up. An excellent cross there from JJL Master. You might have thought that was supposed to be a shot on goal, but Karma, right place, right time.
Two players will be skimming across their own goal line. Carry sends this one out, and Yard Prime Shank was trying to get at least a stop, and that's going to be a fantastic challenge. He's making the save there. Shank saves out the Comets.
Dr. Doom able to open some space into the air. Vertical gameplay coming through. Look it out under the
Beautiful.
The air dribble works out.
That could very well be true because Roberto Fig is doing a little bit more movement shifts than usual, but now looks like he's got everything figured out, able to crossbar down and in to get the lead right back for Lebanon.
It's backs against the wall, but it's block A all day, baby. Just like that, Forest Hills will sweep the rug out from under them, and they'll close the series out.
What a shot.
Back pass from Frosty to T-Stray to back to Frosty to T-Stray. It's this 1-2-1-2. Might be able to finish the run, sealing it down. Neon Neeks will get there before Frosty calls him off. And that's 4 in a row to get the lead in game 3.
Andrew evades the bump, makes the save, fakes past one, picks up boost, and 50s it away, but Pluto, the better of it, lands on the ball and delivers. Hold on. Shenanigans on the kickoff will continue. Gruff is playing this off the ceiling, has a flip on the shot, scores as well! Gruff taking full command of this lobby.
What a time to have your first goal of the game, Gruff, off the ceiling.
And you said it, we're going to OT, golden goal territory, and the chance to change the series! Nitro, hat trick, and it's all back to tied up!
Is that 3 goals in like 11 seconds of gameplay? That's insane.
While Missy still looking for that clear wop, able to keep it alive. He's popped it up now through the sky. Finds the demo! Wop Boyertown taking it in overtime.
That is not a good combo route for forward throw, forward air.
7%.
Yeah, exactly.
Passive,
That's it.
right? And oh my gosh, I might see another
for
SD.
another SD.
Yeah, and then every time he tries to dash forward, he's getting punched. He drops steel. No!
Time running low, the players' numbers, they're diminishing, and Mr. Gary has it all to do. the first. There's the headshot. 2 more. No!
They are just probably going to have to stall here, and that's a dead. Ooh, that's a dead. Everybody leave. What?
What a play here with the ult from Leaf.
It's gonna be a close call. The laser's down. Backline. That's Blossom. One more time. Greater Johnstown. Annihilate. Can you find enough? The Ramattra finds a revenge, but who gets it? Oh my God! I can't believe that.
It's going to be someone in your back line, up, ready, and an ultimate. It's going to not get hacked out of it. It's a walk up, and there's a beautiful EMP. Bye-bye. There goes another team kill.
Feeling good in the neighborhood right now, and it's time for the Genji Blade as well. Slice, dice, 3K. Blurry's got another attack on top. The 4K shutdown team kill.
Unsurprisingly, and just with another play of the game, someone that we've just seen doing such a great job on the front, and yeah, I'll feel understandable.
An understandable final ultimate here, and an understandable team kill.
See, they're all in critical. Gom's the first one to go. Kitsune dropped down, but High Noon is the key. Triple kill. This guy's got Deadeye.
Massive, a Deadeye, and a perfect trigger finger. All of them will drop minus the one. Bingling's got a sliver. The fact that Annihilation's still not needed makes that round look even better. Now gonna pop, gonna walk in, Bastion instantly devoured yet again. They'll pick up 3 and looking to swoop the rest as well. See what Devout can do. Already found one, but can you find even more? You almost have that Death Blossom online.
Air Surge!
Is gonna pull everybody in, but the Baptiste is perfect. What? Oh! Oh my God! Heimdall! Speaking of the top 5 plays! I'm Carlisle. I am putting it all into this push. Here they go. A line up for the Rampage, and that Rampage finds them all. Stizzy right behind, finding the picks. Make it 3. It couldn't have been any more telegraphed. Stizzy's just clicking heads, and down goes Elizabethtown.
Just trying to keep everybody alive, and they already lose Genji. That's one ult taken off the table. And look at this barrage from behind. VR Master, 4 down already. Call it 5. You couldn't ask for a better ult from this guy.
Looking for that clear WAP, able to keep it alive. He's popped it up now through the sky. Finds the demo! WAP Boyertown take it in overtime.
Only 100 seconds left to go. Forest Hills on the offense. Vlad makes a crossbar bouncing save.
So many shots on target for Montgomery 1, and Montgomery 2 just keeps on replying.
Carry sends this one out, and Yard Prime Shank was trying to get at least a stop, and that's going to be a fantastic challenge. He's making the save there.
Not going down without a fight. Dyer might get the first goal, but now that adjective remains for the entirety of the team.
Susquehanna has done it. Your Division 1 Dutch Conference champions.
Cristofo can sniff them out, spots the first, denies the defuse, gets the second, the 3K found here. They fall it back into their favor. Lauderdale Slay is on the spike and gets sprayed down.
South Fire, they've established some level of an identity, and Katano with the whip. Oh my goodness, they do it through the smoke.
Big pickup. Katano, has one. What? More. It's another smoke kill. Katano's got 3.
They're holding these close angles. Dane could be good for a couple, and he most certainly is. Enough for North to deal damage. The 1v1, and could it be the turnaround now for West Green? No. North has stunned themselves, but luckily not swinging the angle there is Mr. Sasquatch on the other end. To get away. Battle eliminated as well, and 4 from North to turn it around.
They're gonna have the Vandal back in hand, yes, but it's a 1v2, 1 defuse, 1 look for it. Let's see if the Wingman can do it enough. Sticking that defuse, looking for it. One shot, the ace from Johnny to finish out the round. And once more, Penn Trafford just using that suffocating offense to try to just barrel down. But look at this. Ghost Penn Trafford not knowing what's behind them. Finds 2, finds 3, looking for 4, finds them.
They lost one of their openers, but that door opening up means that Quados is going to find at least one before falling around. Fixing actually helped out. What some taps! Oh! On fixing this round 1 in their favor.
And Hale, it's going to be a free site now for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, that was a lot of information. Makeda, oh my goodness, everyone getting popped in window. Say, how you doing? Trying to find 1 extra in this 1v1.
Skip, mushed, do it all. 2v1, Empress popped, and it's time to get your job done.
Oh, he spots one. He dinks the head as well. Twist is going to have to dip back to a safer location here. And now the spray. Skip finds Freakzilla. He's got the opportunity here to close it out. The swing, and it's good.
Numbers in favor of South Fayette, and again, it's just Matcha, but Matcha has been fun to watch. There we go again. That's 2 fouled, and Matcha cleans it up. That's an ace clutch.
Me Gustas in a cheeky corner, looking to get lucky with the Bucky, and they are headed right their direction.
Ooh, yummies. There's the first. Nom nom. Second goes through. Nom nom. Thank you. Shotgun kills are beautiful. I appreciate the rifle donation. I'll take a 3rd kill with it. Why not? The rest of the side is falling apart. Megustas too. It's the ace. What is going through your veins? 5K all day. Lower Marlins on map points.
This is an insane way for this to go down. The barrage is there, but can you find anybody with it? You don't need to. Plant Shotter has got it.
Orbital Ray comes out. Trenting's gonna be able to find the kill. Hicks on the flank. Gonna get so much extra damage. Double, triple.
Still dancing around as DPS Diff pops the ult, finds one. Game Slays drops Destiny, and all of a sudden West Branch making the final push. Your Elite Division champions, West Branch.
Frozen from the ultimate. The headshots are ready to go. Blue Boy might have just won them the series.
A line up for the Rampage, and that Rampage finds them all. Stizzy right behind, finding the picks. Make it 3. It couldn't have been any more telegraphed. Stizzy's just clicking heads.
Karma, out of nowhere, manages to pick that one up. An excellent cross there from JJL Master. You might have thought that was supposed to be a shot on goal, but Karma, right place, right time.
Two players will be skimming across their own goal line. Carry sends this one out, and Yard Prime Shank was trying to get at least a stop, and that's going to be a fantastic challenge. He's making the save there. Shank saves out the Comets.
Dr. Doom able to open some space into the air. Vertical gameplay coming through. Looking out under the
Beautiful.
The air dribble works out.
That could very well be true because Roberto Fig is doing a little bit more movement shifts than usual, but now looks like he's got everything figured out, able to crossbar down and in to get the lead right back for Lebanon.
Backs against the wall, but it's block A all day, baby. Just like that, Forest Hills will sweep the rug out from under them, and they'll close the series out.
What a shot.
Back pass from Frosty to T-Stray to back to Frosty to T-Stray. It's this 1-2-1-2. Might be able to finish the run, sealing it down. Neon Nix will get there before Frosty calls him off. And that's 4 in a row to get the lead in game 3.
Andrew evades the bump, makes the save, fakes past one, picks up boost, and 50s it away, but Pluto, the better of it, lands on the ball and delivers. Hold on. Shenanigans of the kickoff will continue. Gruff is playing this off the ceiling as a flip on the shot, scores as well. Gruff taking full command of this lobby.
What a time to have your first goal of the game, Gruff, off the ceiling.
And you said it, we're going to OT, golden goal territory, and the chance to change the series! Nitro, hat trick, and it's all back to Tyna!
Is that 3 goals in like 11 seconds of gameplay? That's insane.
While Missing still looking for that clear. Wop able to keep it alive. He's popped it up now through the sky. Finds the demo! Wop, Boyertown, take it in overtime.
That is not a good combo route for him. Forward throw, forward air.
7%.
Yeah, exactly.
Passive,
That's it.
right? And oh my god, he might see
Another ST.
Yeah, and then every time he tries to dash forward, he's getting punched. He drops steel. No!
Time running low, the players' numbers, they're diminishing, and Mr. Gary has it all to do.
headshot. 2 more, no!
They are just probably going to have to stall here, and that's a dead. Ooh, it's a dead. Everybody leave. What?
What a play here with the ult from Leaf.
It's gonna be a close call. The laser's down. Backline. That's Blossom. One more time. Greater Johnstown. Annihilate. Can you find enough? The Ramattra finds a revenge, but who gets it? Oh my God, I can't believe that.
It's going to be someone in your back line, up, ready, and an ultimate. It's going to not get hacked out of it. It's a walk up, and there's a beautiful EMP. Bye-bye. There goes another team kill.
Feeling good in the neighborhood right now, and it's time for the Genji Blade as well. Slice, dice, 3K. Blurry's got another attack on top. The 4K shutdown team kill.
Unsurprisingly, and just with another play of the game, someone that we've just seen doing such a great job in the front, and yeah, I'll feel understandable.
An understandable final ultimate here, and an understandable team kill.
See, they're all in critical. Gom's the first one to go. Kitsune dropped down, but High Noon is the key. Triple kill. This guy's got Deadeye.
Massive, a Deadeye, and a perfect trigger finger. All of them will drop minus the one. Bingling's got a sliver. The fact that Annihilation's still not needed makes that round look even better. Now gonna pop, gonna walk in, Bastion instantly devoured yet again. They'll pick up 3 and looking to swoop the rest as well. See what Devout can do. Already found 1, but can you find even more? You almost have that Death Blossom online.
Air Surge!
Is gonna put everybody in, but the Baptiste is perfect. What? Oh my God! Heimdall! Speaking of the top 5 plays! I'm Carlisle. I am putting it all into this push. Here they go. A line up for the Rampage, and that Rampage finds them all. Stizzy right behind, finding the picks. Make it 3. It couldn't have been any more telegraphed. Stizzy's just clicking heads, and down goes Elizabethtown.
Just trying to keep everybody alive, and they already lose Genji. That's 1 ult taken off the table. And look at this barrage from behind. VR Master, 4 down already. Call it 5. You couldn't ask for a better ult from this guy.
Looking for that clear WAP, able to keep it alive. He's popped it up now through the sky. Finds the demo! WAP Boyertown taking it overtime.
Only 100 seconds left to go. Forest Hills on the offense. Flaw makes a crossbar bouncing save.
So many shots on target for Montgomery 1, and Montgomery 2 just keeps on replying.
Carry sends this one out, and Yard Prime Shake was trying to get at least a stop, and that's gonna be a fantastic challenge. He's making the save there.
Not going down without a fight. Dyer might get the first goal, but now that adjective remains for the entirety of the team.
Susquehanna has done it. Your Division 1 Dutch Conference champions.
Cristofo can sniff them out, spots the first, denies the defuse, gets the second, the 3K found here. They fall it back into their favor. Lauderdale Slay is on the spike and gets sprayed down.
South Fire, they've established some level of an identity, and Katano with the whip. Oh my goodness, they do it through the smoke.
Big pickup. Katano, has one. What? More. It's another smoke kill. Katano's got 3.
They're holding these close angles. Dan could be good for a couple, and he most certainly is. Enough for North to deal damage. The 1v1, and could it be the turnaround now for West Green? No. North has stunned themselves, but luckily not swinging the angle there is Mr. Sasquatch on the other end. Oh, get away. Battle eliminated as well, and 4 from North to turn it around.
They're gonna have the Vandal back in hand, yes, but it's a 1v2, 1 defuse, 1 look for it. Let's see if the Wingman can do it enough. Sticking that defuse, looking for it. What shot, the ace from Johnny to finish out the round. And once more, Penn Trafford just using that suffocating offense to try to just barrel down. But look at this. Ghost, Penn Trafford, not knowing what's behind them. Finds 2, finds 3, looking for 4, finds them.
They lost one of their openers, but that door opening up means that Quotos is going to find at least 1 before falling around. Fixing actually helped out. What some taps! Oh! On fixing this round 1 in their favor.
And Hale, it's going to be a free site now for Franklin Regional.
Yeah, that was a lot of information. Makeda, oh my goodness, everyone getting popped in window. Say, how you doing? Trying to find 1 extra in this 1v1.
Skip, mushed, do it all. 2v1, Empress popped, and it's time to get your job done.
Oh, he spots one. He dinks the head as well. Twist is going to have to dip back to a safer location here. And now the spray. Skip finds Freakzilla. He's got the opportunity here to close it out. The swing, and it's gone.
Numbers in favor of South Fayette, and again, it's just Matcha, but Matcha has been fun to watch. There we go again. That's 2 foul, and Matcha cleans it up. That's an ace clutch.
He Gustas in a cheeky corner, looking to get lucky with the Bucky, and they are headed right their direction.
Yummy. There's the first. Nom nom. Second goes through. Nom nom. Thank you. Shotgun kills are beautiful. I appreciate the rifle donation. I'll take a 3rd kill with it. Why not? The rest of the side is falling apart. But goes to Sue. It's the ace. What is going through your veins? 5K all day. Lower Marlins on map points.
This is an insane way for this to go down. The barrage is there, but can you find anybody with it? You don't need to. Plant Shotter has got it.
Orbital Ray comes out. Trenting's gonna be able to find the kill. Hicks on the flank. Gonna get so much extra damage. Double, triple.
Still dancing around as DPS Diff pops the ult, finds one. Game Slays drops Destiny, and all of a sudden West Branch making the final push. Your Elite Division champion.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TECX Job Corps. It's week number 6 of our preseason before we start up the actual scoreline towards our league. But we've actually got a nice little treat for ourselves. Denison Job Corps, although their opponents didn't show, they're going to be sports about it. And Hot Sauce, they're going to give us a little bit of a 3v3.
That's right. It might only be a best of one, but we're still going to go out there and have some fun with it. So it's great to see them getting an opportunity at least to play a match. They said we showed up, so we want to have a little bit of fun here. So going to be on Hell's Haven, excuse me. But domination is that style that we're used to. So I feel like, I don't know, probably one Vanguard, one DPS, one Strategist.
Maybe. Or do all 3 at one. I mean, yeah, the choices are absolutely endless, and I think it's kind of fun. We get to see the team kind of battle against each other. Of course, they'll pick up a win here no matter what, as the Denison Job Corps have been getting better and better, it seems like, every week. So excited to see how their 3v3 goes. It also does mean we've got matches later today, too, that are going to be possible full 6v6s and a couple of best of 3s to follow up as well. So lots of fun here today, and we're already into Hero Select.
Well, it does appear that we've got kind of a similar comp that we thought, but there is one running double DPS here as well. And so we do see the Magneto on the other side. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. You've got Squirrel Girl, and even though she has some new additions, if she's paired with Iron Man, it's a character that does struggle a little bit against aerial characters. So we see that Ultron, that Iron Man here on this side, and that could be something that might give her some trouble.
Can be tough to often hit very mobile things, especially. So we'll see how it goes. Of course, still got about 15 seconds until those doors do drop, and excited to see. I mean, we're actually going to be starting out with that domination, as similar towards the map pool is going to start throughout the entire day today. So it's going to be kind of a semi best of 3, even though we don't get the full best of 3. You got to take 2 sub maps if you want to be victors.
I believe we're starting out on the frozen airfield here, so wait to see them kind of pressure toward the point here. Obviously, 20 seconds or so until that unlocks, but usually you want to try to stampede onto that point, fight around it, see if you can get that early percentage and early point and begin to build that early percentage.
Gotta build it up to 100 before your opponents get there, and it looks like it's gonna be Denison 2 that actually get the first bit of touch going. Of course, it doesn't unlock for a little bit of time. This allows a good little 1v1 to already fix itself towards the right side. That being said, it's going to be an entrance elimination from Tasky. It brings it to a 3v2.
Dropping out the Ultron as well, now finding Fluffy here. So a couple early picks from Squirrel Girl. We were wondering, or I was wondering, how well she'd be doing against these flyers, but right now it doesn't seem to be a problem at all.
It's kind of forcing them through these really tiny corridors and is just launching shot after shot to be able to create that space. It's already up to 20%, and a 1v1 try from Nova Bloom is gonna go not their way. An early bit of damage from Kodak and crew, able to shut it down.
And I think the biggest problem with Team 1 is we see there's no strategist there, whereas on the other side we have that Loki, and just that little bit of extra heal can go a long way. Keeping Tasky here in the battle as well, seeing some of that Squirrel Girl on Squirrel Girl action. Unfortunately for Fluffy, they are sent back toward that spawn. They need to find a regroup here though, because even though there's only 3 of them, they are staggering out a little bit right now.
Trying to go in 1 by 1 and trying to reserve the percentage that Denison 2 is trying to build up, but it has been flawless so far. Nova Bloom's gonna go full Hulk mode, but lose that big 750 health bar, and now are into the weeds. Tasky continually firing, and Kodak will pick up an elimination in their own right. Fluffy the only one left to go here, and Denison 2's already up to almost 70%.
As a Squirrel Girl main and Lord, I gotta say I'm loving the fact that we've got 2 of them on the battlefield, and some of the new skins for are also very awesome. But I mean, we see Fixed Sun does get taken out a bit early in this one, so there is no strategist, no heals at the moment. Maybe something they could utilize, but already Tasky finding a pick of their own, and right now the troubles continue a little bit here for Team 1.
Just trying to find their opening here. They were able to build up that bar for a little bit, but Tasky pops the huge early bit of damage and then follows it up on that backline elimination. So now it's into that 3v2. You get the root, you get the double, and you'll get yourself sub-map number 1. The Denison Panthers 2 team will be able to capture that first point.
Off to the Super Soldier Factory. I'm glad we have this one. The Eldritch map is in my opinion all right. It's probably my least favorite of the 3. And this next one, you got a lot of open ceilings. There's a lot of verticality, but there's also some moving issues around that point as well that can kind of block some of those shots. So you got to navigate around that, but there's a couple spots to knock people off as well, which can make this map very fun.
Love to see the boops coming through from all of our different game titles here. Of course, as we mentioned, still 2 more best of 3s to go after this first matchup. And these teams have been playing for 6 weeks now, trying to earn wins and rack up some experience before the true slate is cleaned off and they get a fresh one to play in the Season 1 opener. All of that combined with the PIEA action that's going to be starting relatively soon, only about a month and a half away. And speaking about no time to be away, the doors have dropped for submap number 2.
You got ult here for Magneto as well. It's been held on to actually 3 ults on play for Team 2, and so that might lead a little bit more troublesome time here for Team 1. We'll see if they can maybe weather this storm of these ultimates, but you take a look and Team 2 is already out here on the point, just kind of waiting.
I love the space that they've been able to take. Even as a 3-player set, you can tell the communication is starting to get there, as it looks like the Denison Job Corps 1 team will actually be approaching from a couple of different angles, trying to flood the zone here with some damage from above. But Taisuke is the one damaging now. A slot that is lobbed over towards the left side will not take down one, but Kodak and their teammate of Fixun both will, and it's all down to the thing who just doesn't have the damage. It's a 3-for-0 for Denison Job Corps 2.
Yeah, they didn't even have to expend any of these 3 ultimates either, so they still have them on deck here for Team 1. I think just finding a way to get a little bit of support in there, whether that comes through that strategist or not, could really help them out. But we do see an Iron Fist swap. Taisuke, unfortunately, not really letting them get too far out of their spawn here.
Love that. Being able to push forward, get that early takedown. And again, the percentage, I think, is the biggest thing. That not only, as you mentioned, were they able to get that first touch, but up to 40%. Run is going to go right on in. Run, boy, run. Exactly. Telling him with the backline fisticuffs. And still pretty healthy after that initial duel. The problem is, as you talked about with those ultimates, you got to deal with it. Fluffy has an ultimate of their own. Pops it, deleting Fixun from the battlefield. And with Nova Bloom's takedown, Taisuke's gonna pop the Squirrel Tsunami, but it's a giveaway of the point.
Fortunately, Iron Fist had a good attempt, but Loki able to dip around to some of these clones and making them hard to find there. We do see Fluffy finding this pick onto Magneto, though, and now with that tank down, they've been able to capture this point. They're starting to build some percentage. We see Team 2 get about halfway, but already doing much better here in this map.
The fight back, ever important here from Job Corps 1. We'll see how much longer they can hold it as Taisuke again reaping what they sow from an early bit of battle. And Denison Job Corps 2 with the 3-2 player advantage. Kodak is going to take down Nova Bloom, and Run Boy Run may have to be true to their own name and get out of dodge, wait for the team to try and recoup. But Denison Job Corps 2 have actually abided by giving over that point, and instead will go back and take it back themselves.
Kodak off the mag, off that Vanguard onto Spider-Man, finding a nasty little pick as Taisuke will find one as well. And I kind of miss the team up that Spider-Man and Squirrel Girl used to have that is no longer, that extra stun, that group stun, but not needed here because Spider-Man and Taisuke both putting in a lot of work. Namor trying to buy some time, but it's only a matter of time, and Taisuke will find the KO.
Just really good about the placement here. Will eventually fall from going a little bit too far forward, but this is already up to 80%. Again, only a best of 1 here in this show match to start out the day as Kodak continues to rain terror as the Spider-Man just unkillable, floating throughout the air, finding different ways to approach from it. And with it being 95%, Nova Bloom and crew have to run, have to speed to try and get there, but the 100% is hit, and Denison Job Corps will win this show match.
Great job by them. And again, I think maybe just that strategist was that little bit of an extra helper to kind of sustain some of those long fights. But we saw a great fight from Team 1. Certainly not for a lack of trying. So love to see that from them. But and honestly, they were switching from character to character, still searching for things that might work, but at a minimum, just having some fun here as we take a look at that MVP from Magneto to Spider-Man. Kodak getting the job done.
Kodak was lovely, and it felt kind of a silent MVP as Taisuke was right there with him with 15 eliminations on the day. Denison Job Corps 2, a really good stand-up fight, but also for Denison Job Corps 1, I mean, these are the players that are not necessarily always playing their duelists, so getting to experience on some different things, getting to kind of fight their own team, and you know what, that's what we always say. The best way to find your weaknesses is to kind of play inside yourself, be able to find what you can improve improve on towards next week. So Denison Job Corps, as we mentioned, his overall team will pick up a win, a forfeit win on this week, and they'll be looking towards week 7 to cause some terror.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Squirrel or Tasky, I might be a little upset and feel robbed on that MVP. 15 kills with 14 of the final hits, but it just goes to show you how they were playing so well together. And I'm looking forward to these best of threes, though, right? We got Yggdrasil's Path, Hall of Dajalia as 2 and 3 maps. We talk about those payload style maps. Those are the ones I tend to like a little bit more. So certainly look forward to those as well.
This is going to be a ton of fun. I mean, we've got best of threes in the horizon. We've also, as we mentioned back in that first game, we've got PIA on the horizon. In about a month and a half, we're going to start up the regular season for all of our amazing esports titles. I know we got to try out Marvel Rivals with some of those kids with our winter and spring setups for those two. So loving to see all of that's going to be available. And for all these teams, love to see the fight that they've got.
We already saw one exciting fight. We got a couple more in store for you, as Llama had said. But as always, we need to take a little time to get these players loaded into the lobbies. We got a short break, but don't go too far when we come back. We've got the Chicago Mustangs taking on the ODJ CC Huskies.
Chasing the wind saying you should be the one to stop. They say you're wrong. Don't you let them get into your thoughts. They're gonna tell you anything, but that's not the way you should think. You're a star, gonna win it all. Chasing the wind, gotta love it while you can. In the moment, let it in. No holding back, can't pretend. Chasing the wind, gotta love it while you can. In the moment, let it in. No holding back, can't pretend. Hey, what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? I have an open invitation, but you're telling me go get lost. I don't wanna see your face. Yeah, what the hell? So why don't we stay out to the morning? Two wrongs can make a right. We're just doing what we feeling right now. Some Chardonnay, we camp in the parking lot. Leave traces of plastic cups. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you. I'm the best that you can get, so what the hell? Yeah, what the hell? So what the hell? So what the hell? What are you waiting for now? And what the hell? You're pretending that you like somebody else, like you got boys waiting in line to take you home. But tell the truth, you'll spend the night alone. Let's be alone. So why don't we stay out till the morning light? 'Cause two wrongs can make a right. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you. I'm the best that you can get, so what the hell? Yeah, what the hell? Are you waiting so for what the hell? So what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you. I'm the best that you can get, so what the hell? Yeah, what the hell? So what the hell? Running around like dollars in the wind, bending over backwards just to let you in. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. Yeah, I've been putting in the hours I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the I was putting in the I was putting in the hours. I'm sick of fighting the things that you said. I don't wanna burn all our bridges ahead. I'm tired of going to bed when you left me on red just to turn up the noise in my head. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. Yeah, I've been putting in the hours I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the I was putting in the call me a liar, 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 liar. I've been putting in the hours, 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 hours I want. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in. you, I do, I need you, I do, I love you, I do, I need you, I love you, I do, I need you, ooh, I love you, I do, I need you, ooh, I love you, I do, I need you, I do, I love you, I do, I need you, I love you, I do, I need you, ooh, I love you, I do, I need you.
Welcome back, everybody. Still here at the TECX Job Corps pilot season, week number 6. It's still Llama77 and Hot Sauce up here in the booth, and we've got a full best of 3 action ready and roaring to go. Hot Sauce, this one is going to be exciting. Chicago Mustangs and the ODJCC Huskies, 2 phenomenal teams. Let's take a look at where they're going for the maps.
Hell's Haven, Yggdrasil's Path, and Hall of Dajalia. And again, I love the payload style, so hopefully that we make it to that 3rd map there as well. But it looks like Chicago maybe has done a little bit of homework. We were checking out some of those bans and picks, and they were quick to ban Magic, where we know Rennie Maru has been having quite the field day here in some of these early weeks.
It's going to be interesting to see what Rennie plays that's not the Magic, and also interesting to see how the locks work out as well. I think the Punisher, just along with the Magic, has been really solid. We get to see multiple different players, actually, of the Huskies being able to play that Punisher hero as well. So getting to toss around those different styles, getting to play this full head-on-head action here. And obviously, this is the only non-payload style map. So if you're very good at domination, this is your one really huge chance to step out early into the series and take the advantage.
It looks like the Huskies went ahead and banned both Squirrel Girl and Black Panthers. They lock in the Human Torch. And for Chicago, we talked about that ban on Magic and I think Punisher. But they've also got a ban on Star-Lord there as well. They locked Punisher. Sorry, I got that backwards. So protecting Punisher here on the side of Chicago.
a strong way to protect, and it's been really huge in almost every single matchup we've seen. Just the long-range bolster ability of that damage, especially the turret form. You're absolutely so tanky. We'll see Chicago Mustangs starting on that blue side, while the Huskies will start on the red side here. Interestingly enough, it'll be a quite interesting build with both of them kind of focusing around the Punisher as that main source of damage, but you've got two big bulky boys in the front line for the Mustang in the Thing and Hulk.
You have Bite the Bullet here on the Hella though, and that's something that might be able to deal with this Human Torch just a little bit, but Thing, Hulk, they can be very annoying in your backline. The big thing for the Mustangs is they also can't ignore their own backline. You need to find a little bit of pool of your own here, especially with the potential of Rennie on this Venom. We saw how good they are on the dive with that DPS, with Magic. Now maybe looking to do something similar on the Venom.
Let's see it. Walls drop here, and we're ready to go at the point unlocking in 30 seconds. As we talked about in that show match of map number 1, getting position is always ever important. You don't always have to be the team on the hill first, but positioning yourself for the correct team fight, whether that be from a high-low play or actually inside, is ever important. Mustangs are going to take that inner portion and look to be ready to fight.
First to get to the point, as it will unlock at about 5 seconds. You can see it's World up top trying to rain down some fire here as well. Rennie dangerously low here in the background. We'll have to pop the shield, but it's Bite and One Chill to combine for 2. The Human Torch will find the pick onto the Venom, but already slightly here in favor of Husky.
Just a massive bit of long-range damage. That turret form from Chill Moon, able to take down one, and Bite the Bullet continues to lay down the boom from this long-range Hella. Oblivion able one back, but that is going to stop the Huskies from taking this point, and the Huskies have actually been very good, even a member down. They've won multiple 5v6s throughout this pilot season.
Got a luxury of having all 6 here tonight, and already 25% on the board as they look to power forward. Yamcha, though, finding this pick here onto the Luna, and so one support does go down. Rennie looks to back off and help a bit, but continuously controlling the point and the possession here are the Huskies at the moment. Cloak is dangerously low, Cloak and Dagger, but again, staying and playing around that healing bubble, supplementing in the damage has been working out for him.
Huge job for Bloody to pull out the shotgun, and Elise traded a 2-for-1, and Worlds continues to stay alive from the high ground, and Pester, a fraud, and takedown KOs. Angel Frost with another takedown. Slide will pop the ultimate here, and back into Hulk form they go. Frozen up for just a moment. During all that time, though, the Mustangs were building up percentage.
I see the Punisher needs it.
We're officially tied.
Don't let them do this, Tandy.
Back and forth here. We see the Mustangs beginning to pad some percentage over their own, and they've actually passed up the Huskies here momentarily. Now, we do see a couple ults on both sides. The Mustangs' ult economy slightly better at the moment, and this new team up between Thing and the Human Torch has been a really fun one to watch. Just hovering around at the moment, looking for someone to crash down on, but fortunately will run out of the allotted time.
Doesn't get the gas they wanted to find that backline setup here, and Yamcha's actually going to take down Ghost to start this one out with a KO. Here comes the Cloak and Dagger ultimate, healing and damage aplenty, able to rip through everybody. Mustangs will pop another ultimate from their Angel Frost as well, and ODJCC is losing members, losing health left and right, and are just unable to take any space back towards it as Worlds continues to rain down from above.
About how good the Huskies have been this season, winning a couple 5v6s, but they find themselves having a little bit of trouble here against the Mustangs. And again, we thought that Chicago had maybe done some of their homework when we noticed their first ban was on that Magic to keep it away here from Rennie. And he's been doing a great job on the Venom, but maybe not as much success as they would like. And now just 3% away from locking down this first sub map, and they're going to be able to get it. Nobody actually touches or finds any contention.
Huskies had the early percentage, but it's 100 straight percentage from the Mustangs that moved them into a 1-0 position as we move to the Eldritch Monument, and the Mustangs have a chance to sweep this first map. What a statement it would be here in week number 6. The most important thing as well, different from some other games, if you're new to Marvel Rivals,
30 seconds before you attack.
you actually get to carry percentage. Ultimates available here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and this is probably my least favorite submap of the three, but it does have this shifting platform in the middle that does go up and down. So you have to be careful if you are playing like Cloak and Dagger. If you pop that ult too early and then that platform shifts, you actually lose all of the value of that ult. So a few things to take into consideration here. We've got some moving parts on this map. One side completely open. You could potentially, you know, find the Jeff to swallow him up and jump off the side, but it looks like most of the comps are going to remain fairly the same here. We do see a Groot coming out though.
I like those walls. I mean, a little bit more protection overall for this team. They're going to swap away from the Punisher that earned them a lot of those early KOs in that first submap. This time around, though, you talk about speed. Mustangs are just going to quickly take up all the space. Bite the Bullet takes down its Worlds, who was so clinical in those previous fights. And it looks like Yamcha already dealing some aerial damage.
See Adam Warlock coming in, can be great as a third support, really good at kind of countering a lot of these flyers that we've seen come out and have a lot of success. So both of these things going toe to toe and throwing bows here at mid. Clobbering time comes out, the bubble from Cloak and Dagger to keep him up, but here Groot in the face of the competition as well, and it's going to be Hulk that actually finds this first pick onto Moon Knight.
Huge bit of damage coming from Slide's ultimate to bolster from that backline. And it looks like the Mustangs will get first touch as Worlds comes back with their ultimate from that first Blood dead. And Bloody is there with a shotgun to just rip everybody else up. The spacing, perfection, the fight even more so for the Mustangs.
This time the Mustangs don't allow them, the Huskies, to find any early percentage, and we've seen Rennie even swap toward the Luna here as well. It's the Huskies are making some adjustments, trying to figure out something that is going to work for them, but the Mustangs have just been doing a great job again of controlling the possession of this point, eating up a lot of space here toward the back line and really not allowing Huskies to find any leeway.
They've got two ultimates. I think that's one of the ways they can find some of that leeway you talk about back in towards this fight. But it just seems like the Oblivion Angel combo is so huge. These supports keeping their members alive as the rest of the damage pumps out. Rennie Maru has got a counter ultimate of their own and will try and supplement everything. A forward Groot wall is destroyed, but that Punisher final judgment is ready to go. Bloody rips through one in Akita, and that's going to mean a double kill coming through. The damage is enough to supplement. The percentage is up to 70, and the Mustangs continue to roll.
Buddy is creating a lot of blood on the battlefield. A nice little triple, can't quite find the quadra. We talked about Jeff and that ability to maybe throw some off, but unfortunately doesn't get a ton of value from the I'm Jeff. Continues to dance around the point, but only for so long. Bloody Angel, they'll combine for two, and the Mustangs will maintain control.
This is final fight territory here. There's a chance and there's a will for them to go back for the Huskies, though. They've lost Shot Him Dead first. That does mean they need damage. They need Chill Moon to pop this ultimate here soon. And with Yamcha taking down Arikata, it's a double, it's a takedown, and Chill Moon's health bar quickly evaporates. The Mustangs win this first map 2-0.
We saw kind of a little bit of a closer battle on the Frozen Airfield, but it was all Chicago Mustangs on this one as they win that one 100-0. But as we love to talk about, you know, sometimes you don't like domination as much as some of these other payload style maps. Huskies will still have an opportunity to fight back, but the MVP, that strategist here, Angel Frost, 9-0 with 12 assists.
Really lovely scoreline overall, and I think you love to see that the overall eliminations are very even between every single one of these players. Bloody God was there for a lot of those final hits with that long-range damage, and I feel like its Worlds was doing their job up throughout the sky as well. And I think you look at that kind of turnaround point from that initial submap number 1, where the Huskies were up about 30% to start it out, and then the Mustangs just roaring, go 200% straight across 2 submaps there to give themselves a victory. Sure, it's a best of 3, but it's one heck of a turn, and it could really shake the momentum in the overall series.
I mean, all they got to do is win one more, and they're, you know, it's done and dusted 2-0. So for the Huskies, they're going to be fighting from behind, which is not something that we've said too much in the past. I'm going to be wondering here if the Huskies opt to try and put that protect early onto the way of Magic, or if we will see the Mustangs trying to get rid of it here immediately.
Rennie's been so good on it. It feels like if you can get that locked in, and especially in that one single lock you have, they were missing some of those engagement tools, and that Magic provides it. It also provides a distraction away from some of those bigger carries up in the sky that can deal a lot of damage. The series is not over until it's over, but the Mustangs, one heck of a start, and you wonder for them if they don't change too much, if they maybe keep the overall composition, the overall bands the same to try and give themselves a successful path forward.
We're going to give those players a moment to come up with those protects and bans here as we work toward that Yggdrasil's pass. So as always, a short little break here. Great time to stretch the legs or grab the snacks, but don't go too far. When we come back, we've got more Marvel Rivals action.
I'm stuck inside of these walls within. I don't recognize who I've turned into. I'm losing hope in getting myself back. Everything around me is starting to turn black. Don't tell me you're hurting, can't tell me how wrong I am. Tell me how it's all my fault. just go, let me just go. And don't you lie to me. Say it's all okay when it feels like I'm drowning. I hate to say goodbye, but it's time to go. All I need is someone else.
No time to waste. We're back here after the short break of the TECX Job Corps Pilot Season Week number 6. Chicago Mustangs with a huge switcheroo after an early percentage dump in submap number 1 gives them the victory and puts them up in a series point position. But Hot Sauce, that doesn't mean the series is quite over. Best of 3 means they need to win 1 of 2 payload maps if they want to take the victory here in this week.
Yeah, Yggdrasil's Path, another really fun map. It's got the Chariot as well. So I'm going to be looking at who's starting on that offensive versus defensive side. And, trying to just get it done early. That extra time on the board can be huge for either one of these teams. But this initial point can be a little bit kind of hard to get to. I think that second checkpoint, though, is probably the toughest one on this map.
It's an impossible one sometimes, it seems, to break through, and it'll be interesting to see kind of which side these two teams start on, whether it's offense or defense, getting the chance to either set the tone or try and defend against it and kind of know where you have to go. But I think it's quite interesting that for the Mustangs, they were able to really isolate and take a lot of clinical fights in that map number 1 that didn't just give them the victory, but really turn the tide in the entirety of this series, it feels like. So on the other side, it's going to take a lot of work for the ODJCC crew if they want to try and work their way back.
That starts here on Yggdrasil's Path. Of course, Convoy, the payload already unlocked. All you got to do is just start to push it away. And then if we make it to that third map, that Hall of Dajalia, that's where it kind of combines the domination with the Convoy there, where you got to unlock that payload before it begins to move. But that is what the Huskies are going to have to get through on this one.
We'll have to watch, we'll have to wait, and we're getting word that ODJCC is going to be the crew starting out on the attacking side. So they're going to have to set the tone, try and set themselves up for victory, or just play a really stellar defense when those sides switch. When we get to look at the bans for this one, it's pretty similar towards last time. Both the Magic and the Black Panther that the Huskies have been so good with in past weeks are banned off the table by the Mustangs.
I mean, it makes sense. If I'm Chicago, I'd be banning Magic right away as well. I mean, we've seen Rennie have a field day through these first 4 or 5 weeks. We talked about they've won a few 5v6s even when they're outnumbered. And so I think recognizing how talented Rennie is on that player is a great job by the Mustangs. Again, it kind of lets me know that they've maybe done their homework a little bit, and you know, they come to win here tonight. So love to see it from this squad, but they're not out of that deep water just yet, as we like to say. They still got to get through at least one more of these next 2 maps.
Man, you're saying homework. School hasn't even started for another month already. The nightmare is starting to hit here. But for the Mustangs, clearly, like you said, they've done their research. They're ready to go. And for the Huskies, as we mentioned for them, this attacking side has to be great. They're going to send Rennie, it looks like, not over to the Magic because they can't. Instead, kind of bouncing between a couple different roles and deciding whether or not they want to play that dive or more supportive.
Hey, my kids start school in under 2 weeks, so you know, sometimes it's good to be prepared, but at least these ones are able to come out and have some fun here. Already starting off very aggressive on this map. We can see Thor trying to kind of get in toward the back line. Has to be careful of Star-Lord. Has great mobility here as well. Now a little bit low, hoping the supports can keep him up.
I love what Yamcha's been able to do. Just distract, get in, and then like you talk about with those supports, just keeping them alive from the back line. Yamcha staying alive at about 1/4, gets bolstered back to full. World still firing from above as that Human Torch. Angel Frost is going to be the first to be fallen. And remember, the Mustangs are further away with their spawn, so they start to lose 1. It becomes 2 with Yamcha falling, and the Huskies are looking good on this push.
Out on that defensive side, you try to find an early stop, eat up a lot of time here as well, but you're right, the Huskies doing a great job of slow but steadily keeping it rolling. Rennie into the back line, will find the pick on the Cloak and Dagger, and we see that pick coming in from Squirrel Girl as well. So Huskies have made a little bit of change here, and it seems to be working out for them at the moment.
Possibly, because they've kind of swapped up some of these roles, kind of experimenting with Ghost on the Human Torch as well, and Bloody is back to doing their work, able to take one down with a shotgun. Yamcha's got one more, and a quick take back from the Huskies. They are so close towards this first checkpoint, but the danger is if you don't activate this first checkpoint, the Mustangs can kind of just hold you out with no cover to get to. Finally, the Squirrel Tsunami is able to take down 2, 3, the follow-up triple from Shot and Dead. As Rennie Maru rips through the rest. The Huskies have unlocked themselves checkpoint 1.
We saw Cloak and Dagger trying to knock Squirrel Girl off that high ground, and then maybe got a little bit too greedy because Squirrel Girl was so close to death. But the ult, a huge one, and with that, Huskies unlocked that first checkpoint. They put plenty of time on the clock here as well. We talked about it earlier. This can be one of the tougher ones to get through here. It is one of the smaller ones as well, and so we'll see how they opt to navigate this second point.
It's quite tight corridors here. Shot 'em Dead is going to make use of that by taking down Bloody God before they can really get any sort of accuracy into that team fight. Oblivion has a single ultimate, but right now you just need to preserve burn time, as the Huskies still have 4 minutes left to go on this push. And that's not even saying if they reach checkpoint 2, they'll get an additional set of time. Rennie dangerously low, but the team continues to truck forward as Ghost is dropped.
Bloody still having some success here as well. Squirrel Girl was able to pick up the kill here onto the Vanguard, so 1 tank does go down for the Mustangs. All of a sudden we see that payload stalling out just a little bit, but this Star-Lord ult is something that could really click some heads.
Trying to put in the burst damage, just like Oblivion's ultimate here. And talk about clicking, just continues to get the clicks of the hit marker. And ripping down through. Ghost is going to be down to half, but quickly bolstered back up to full. And it's going to be an ult here from Bloody, trying to annihilate the rest of the opposing team. It's only a takedown of 1, but it is Shot Him Dead, who is the only one with an ultimate. Bite the Bullet popped theirs. It's going to be a push forward here. And Angel Frost has an ult of their own. 3 straight KOs for the Mustangs team. They clean up the back line, and Rennie has nothing to do but ult to no one.
Trying to hang around this payload and keep that fight in contention, but you do so, you're at risk of being staggered out just like that. And so everybody else beginning to make their way back toward the payload. They're gonna have to wait for Rennie just a bit. Now, fortunately for them, Venom is very mobile, so should be able to get back relatively quickly. But all of a sudden, now we see the Mustangs making a stand. 2 ults on deck, and now just about 2.5 minutes left here for the second checkpoint.
especially that God of Thunder ult from Yamcha has been so good about finding the backline and dealing damage where it matters most. It's actually Shot Him Dead who's going to open up the KOs here. As into the backline, Ghost goes. That's going to be 2 straight. The ultimate ripping with firepower through, but the God of Thunder coming back for a quick little 1-2-3 with the teammates in combination. It's just a straight up 3v3 now, but Yamcha quickly destroys everybody else and denies them at a goal line stand.
Getting back just in time to help supply some of those heals as well. We can see It's World trying to get back as quickly as possible, but for the Mustangs, they've regained control of this payload, this chariot that will slowly begin to fall backwards here, and we can see the Punisher on the turret, right on the chariot here, looking to hold it down. Rennie dangerously low, does get back to safety for time being.
Pushing back as the turret form, able to burst down anybody and everybody that walks in the line of sight. Oblivion Sage with that ultimate is able to pick off 1, but it does mean the Huskies can possibly re-engage this. Chill Moon was looking for an ultimate, but was quickly cut down by Savage. Oblivion able to get the job done. Yamcha pops that God of Thunder and will get back to safety. All of it is just give and go, just tiny bits of space taking back, and the Huskies are limited to a minute left on their push.
Mustangs continue to do a great job of staggering out the Huskies. We see Human Torch going down here late in this one as well, and you look, there's only a minute left on the clock. The Huskies can still make this checkpoint, get some extra time, but they need to regroup here and use these ults together. Unfortunately, they're going to lose too early, and that's 2 DPS that go down.
It's just a tough way to cut it there. It seems like the Huskies will have to wait for their next slice of the cake to try and go forward. The sweetness not there. The defense good. And still with Bloody God and Slide with 2 ultimates ready and roaring to go, they can just pop Angel Frost's ultimate, sit and wait, hope and pray that they've got another good fight going their way. One final one here with 30 seconds to go.
Unfortunately for the Huskies, they've only had 1 support here for quite some time. That's going to be that Loki, and it can be a really tough job for 1 healer only. So I think that's where we're seeing maybe a little bit more of that sustainability on the side of the Mustangs. They have 2 defensive ults, and now with these offensive ults come out as well, it's a bit of back and forth. 2 apiece here is Arikana will find, make it a triple. Oblivion finally snuffing out that hot flame, but they need to push it now. The overtime fuse has been lit.
Huge Galactic Legend there, pops it, gets the kills necessary, but the Mustangs need to stay on top of this one. Don't want to allow any more space to be given, because that extra time could be huge if the Huskies can get there. Shot Him Dead quickly taken down to 40% HP, but those heals, nice and enough, bite the bullet with an ultimate of their own. But here comes Oblivion, backline cut down, turret form as well, and the health bar is starting to rip, but it's Worlds who falls to the rifle of Chill Moon. And now all of a sudden with Ghost going down, a 5v5, the Venom in the front line, Rennie trying to tank for the team while they supplement the damage, and Chill Moon has got the damage to aid. A double KO is there. Shot Him Dead's got the Squirrel Tsunami, and the Huskies are not dead in this one quite yet.
Yeah, just in time as well, because they've just lost their healer and Bite the Bullet. They've got to find this final push without that support in the way, but it looks like they might just get it. Very little to go. The overtime fuse still lit. Human Torch dancing around. Rennie will eventually chop him down, and now it is the Mustangs who are staggering it a little bit, just trying to find a way to stop them before this next checkpoint.
Gotta be really careful. I mean, that yellow bar is inches away from falling. Don't step off the cart. Fight and fight you will. A 2-for-1 KO streak here for the Huskies. 4.5 meters as they can't quite get there. Bite the Bullet will take down another. And without Yamcha, surely they get this push going. It looks like the Mustangs will back off. Or will they? 1.2 meters, finally. An extra 90 seconds given. Well earned to the Huskies.
Looking a bit dangerous there for a moment, but they come out on the other side here. They've still got a little bit of distance to go in this final checkpoint. About a minute and 15 to do so. We take a look at the ult economy. They're fairly even. No ults on either side just yet. So it's going to be very crucial to build those as quickly as possible here in the next minute.
Gotta find those shots. Gotta be able to work your way into this team fight that could decide this map. Again, Huskies need to win this map if they want to send it off to a map number 3 and pull off the reverse sweep for the Mustang. ultimates ready to go, but it's an early final judgment from Chill Moon to try and pop some damage, but the health bars just are not falling the way they want them to. Rennie trades their health bar for a kill on its worlds, and those 2 other ultimates are available. Backline, sure, but with Shot Him Dead, he can clear off these corridors with a great Squirrel Tsunami. It's actually Bloody God who finds himself a final judgment of their own, and is ready to spray him down.
Fortunately for the Mustangs, Magneto didn't have the ult on deck when Arikata popped the Cloak and Dagger, so all these heals on the lane, allowing them to drive forward. Rennie into the back line, now Shot Him Dead, finding one with the ult here as well, and all of a sudden the Huskies making this final push look like a nice one. There's 5 seconds on the clock. Most likely the overtime fuse will be lit, but they've got one final push to make.
From nothing to something, this is it. The yellow bar activates again, but Yamcha is dead at the start of the fight with only 9% away from the ultimate. They get back in time. That yellow bar is starting to fade though. The Huskies need to go, need to find their fight. But as they get back, they walk right into the crosshair of Worlds, who lays down the bullets, lays down the damage, and now they've got 2 ultimates available. Yamcha's throwing the shields as Worlds follows up with a double KO streak. Yamcha, a double of their own, and Rennie Maru falls. Mustangs hold for a successful defensive side.
Very far push from the Huskies, though, as they get to 95.5 meters, just shy of that final destination. So still a strong fighting chance for them to find a stop before that point as well. You know, they fizzled out a little bit in that second checkpoint, but we talked about it earlier. It's one of the toughest ones here on this map. So the important part is they came out on the other side of that. They got pretty far into that third one as well. And so now it's up to the Mustangs. They don't have to push it, not quite, but almost all the way.
And if they do, I mean, this is a scenario where you wouldn't need to go to overtime to win the series. The Mustangs winning that map to try and sweep it away if they can find their team fight. Interestingly enough, though, immediately the Huskies are going to go with a swap. Rennie onto the Penny. I really love this. It's a lot of space taking. It's a lot of overall damage, and I feel like it's going to spice up the composition enough where it might just throw the Mustangs off and force a map number 3.
Can be very good on defense. Unfortunately, there's no rocket, which that's when we see Penny really begin to excel. Much better against a lot of those dive characters. We really only see the Captain America on the side of the Mustang, so maybe looking to deal with them a little bit, trying to keep them off that back line, allow your healer to kind of hang out there. But again, the Huskies only have one healer, and this time it's Ultron, who's even it just has less heals, so to speak, than that Loki. But Rennie early mines up front, and the Mustangs forget to check. They walk right into a double kill.
It'll be a quick respawn, but the memory that Rennie will put in the back of their mind will be forever. Getting some of this early damage and kind of banking on this time delay. You said it best, getting this payload out of this first little bit of the arena can be one of the toughest points, but they're playing that spawn zone really well, utilizing the heals that it's providing, and then pushing forward. You see Yamcha, the heal selection, keeping them alive.
Finally get that Penny mine trap down as well, and now they're looking to pressure forward. They lose the tank early. No tank standing for the Huskies. Only one support here as well, and now a real opportunity for the Mustangs to gain some ground. They put Captain straight in toward the back line, hovering over the support. Will dance back to safety here as well, and really doing a great job of getting in and out at the moment.
So good at utilizing what the team has to offer behind him, and that fearless leap just continually going and going again. Bloody God is able to take down Ghost, and that's huge. That's the Human Torch. That's a lot of the aerial damage. So what was a slower start will quickly be used with gas, blowing open the first half of this court towards the checkpoint. And the Huskies, realistically, if you fight this, you only have damage and Shot Him Dead and Chill Moon, and they're quickly both gonna be dropped. Mustangs are so close to the checkpoint number 1.
That Penny immediately eliminated by this Punisher one, combined with the Cloak and Dagger. So they get to the point just shy of 5 minutes. We talked about it, though. This is that tough one. And we see Bite the Bullet swapping to the Rocket. Unfortunately, Rennie now getting off of the Penny, but they've got 2 supports now and 3 Vanguards on the battlefield. This could get interesting.
I just love saying that. Rennie on the penny. It's a fun way to say it. It's a fun way to play it here for the Huskies, as they've got no ultimates in this fight either, and Bloody God continues to rip them apart with that turret form. But guess what? Shot Him Dead is trying to battle back. Bite the Bullet has that BRB beacon. You talked about the Raccoon strength is huge, but Slide is going to double up with their ultimate. And with those regular auto attacks, the Mustangs just find these aptitudes of burst moments, and the Huskies have nothing to show for on the defensive side.
Waltz here for the Mustangs compared to the none of the Huskies as well, and Yamcha continues to eat up space and be a nuisance. Bloody will find one. The BRB beacon does bring Arikata back, so both supports back on the battlefield. But again, look at both of these Vanguards up front here, right in this little choke point, really preventing any pressure toward the payload, and they've already unlocked 5 total plus minutes here for this final point.
And they don't even need to push all the way to the end. You see that golden marker? That's all they have to get to. 1 or 2 successful fights will move them over the edge. And Bloody God, Oblivion, and Slide, they make it a Yamcha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quickly ripping apart their opponents. They don't even need the ultimates to push forward. They've got so much space and so much time.
So much time indeed, and they're already halfway to where they need to be as far as this final checkpoint. We see someone in the back line. That's going to be Rennie, but already taken out. The tank goes down. Human Torch, they just continue to pressure forward, and even this Luna finding a lot of berry key picks.
The damage coming from everybody. You never know who to expect, who's going to deal that final blow. Bite the Bullet and Shot Him Dead. 2 critical ultimates. You've got 4 minutes and about 30 seconds to burn as Yamcha burns down 1, forcing the BRB beacon. Bite is going to pop the ultimate. A freeze on Rennie might just be what they need, but a double ultimate coming through from the Huskies will try and put the pressure on them. Going into the back line, the Venom is going to find a dice up angle along with the Squirrel Tsunami to run them over. They're popping everything. The Mustangs will use their final judgment, but right now they just have to regroup.
Buddy looks to pressure forward. He's going to find 1 pick early. Rennie already trying to get toward the back line, but Luna combining with this will allow them to continue to push forward. They're doing it without a DPS. That's 1 Chill who opts to go to the Iron Man here and see if they can find some more success with that. Luckily, their spawn a bit closer for the Huskies, but they are getting dangerously close to losing this one.
That was a triple ultimate, though, from the Mustangs. Invested so much, even though the health bars are starting to dip down to nothing. Can they hold the line? Still 3.5 minutes as Bloody God is able to take down 1. Ghost is low. Yamcha dies on the entry, but it's a huge trade, and they don't even need it. The Mustangs sweep the series, winning it 2-0.
Get the job done here, and it's not too many times we've seen the Huskies take a loss. We talk about it. They have 2 5v6 wins where they have been that 5 player, but it often comes off the back of Rennie playing that magic. Mustangs doing their homework. They ban it both times, and this time your MVP 34-8 with 21 final hits and 26k on the damage. Bloody 6 God coming up big here in this one.
That's a really lovely stat line to see, and I think you see the match of the damage with Shot Him Dead on the other side, who had a lot of really huge ultimates, 19 of those final hits. But I think more importantly, this is a really good test. I mean, we talk about the Huskies and all of their success. This is just the preseason, baby. This is right before we wipe the slate clean and get into that season 1. So I think the best thing is getting to see them be tested, be pushed towards their limits, and try out something different than the magic that they're going to need throughout that regular season.
And I felt like they were trying different things. I mean, we often see them with the double support, only running 1 support for the majority of this one, I think did kind of hinder their success a little bit. But that's what's great about these preseasons. It's all a learning process, finding out what works for you and what doesn't. So we're glad to see a full 6 roster come out here and duke it out in this one. It will be the Mustangs that take this one home tonight, though.
They get the 2-0 victory, and they'll pick up the win here in this week. And you know, it would not be possible without the phenomenal Job Corps and their mission. They supply not only housing but also this entertainment option for all of the players. So if you love the Job Corps mission, make sure you go onto their website and donate. Or if you're someone who is interested in becoming a member of a Job Corps facility, make sure you reach out to the one closest to you. But congratulations to the Mustangs on that 2-0 victory.
We've got one more final exciting best of 3 here for you. The AJCC Eagles taking on the Potomac Panthers here in a few moments. But as always, we got to give these players some time to get those bans and protects in. So another short little break for everybody here. But as always, stretch those legs. Don't go too far. We'll be right back after a short break.
like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Anytime or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival. Tell me now, what you gonna do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon. Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this is my moment. Can't take mine 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I'm locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Anytime or place, watch 'em run away. I got no.
Welcome back, everybody. Still here at the pilot season at TECX Job Corps for our final best of 3 of the night. The Eagles and the Panthers here entering into a BO3 Coliseum, and it is sure to be a good one. Llama77 still up here with Hot Sauce in the booth. And Hot, we have got an amazing final series to top off the bow of a present of a day it's already been.
Excited for it. Of course, the 3 maps will stay the same here as we get ready for this domination on Hell's Haven. Potomac is going to ban away the Emma Frost, and it looked like AJCC was going to ban away the Black Panther and lock the Mantis, which Mantis we haven't really seen a ton of, I feel like.
Yeah, it's kind of that in-between hero selection that doesn't provide full of one ability, but kind of provides the mix of both. So interesting to see that it's such an integral part of their composition that they need to use a lock on it. But as you've kind of mentioned throughout the day today, where we start on Domination, Convoy and Convergence, very different types of modes. And, you know, especially with Domination, it's not just about that first submap. I mean, we've seen teams pull off the reverse sweep because of the ultimate and ultimate save percentage effect from submap to submap. It's not just about winning one. You've got to be very consistent over the course of winning 2.
Yeah, consistency is key. I think we say that a lot, but I mean, Potomac was able to ban away Scarlet Witch as well, locking in their Magic. So I think Magic has been a popular player that we've seen a lot. The ban from Spider-Man doesn't really surprise me as well, but I mean, just another opportunity for these 2 teams to go at it. Hopefully we get our best of 3 here tonight, but I'm sure both of them are wanting to close it out in 2.
A sweep would make the night quick here, but for these 2 teams, you've got to take the wins if you want to win the series overall. An initial look at our compositions, somewhat similar, somewhat different, and it looks like some quick changes from our crew starting in blue. I like the Star-Lord from Kriko. You had a little bit of this spiciness, a little bit more mobility, and that quick burst of potential. But Zilean is going to be interesting on their ability to play that in and out. They are one of the big frontliners here for the Eagles team, but they are also that kind of diver that loves to get into the back line.
We've seen Zilean on the Punisher a few times here as well. They've got Doctor Strange in that front line, a solid tank right now. Zaytobi, we do see on the Moon Knight quite a bit. So Panthers have a great comp to potentially deal with this, though. That Magic in toward the back line. Phoenix has had a lot of success here lately as well. And then the thing for the Panthers is they've got pretty much a double dive tank composition as well. And so they just have to be careful that they don't get overextended and are still able to protect their back line as well.
Gotta protect everybody here, and gotta watch who the priority target is for these two teams. Of course, 20 seconds until the official hill will unlock, but for these two, getting that early percentage, it hasn't been an ultimate decider of our matches today, but if you can get some sort of footing in these early fights, it can help change the tide here. So we'll see it, Eagles versus Panthers. Let's get right down to it.
4 seconds before the hill unlocks, but it's Davis to find the first pick. Unknown will pick up one on Demeto as well, and already the Panthers come out swinging. They slay three left standing here for the Eagles, but the point unlocked, it's definitely favoring the Panthers at the moment.
They've got a really good look forward, and I think just Magic on the Magic. It's been such a staple of this Pilot League season, where time and time again they find the ability to transfer through World, slice and dash their way to multiple KOs. That one should have counted as a double, but the respawn came in just in time. The Panthers in firm control to start.
Yeah, they got a good hold on the point here. We do see the Eagles kind of staggering out just a little bit, and they are going to pay for it. Davis finding this pick on Demeto. One support down. Sorry, a res on himself, but Magic already finding Strange, and now the domino effect in full effect. The double, looking for the triple. The chase is on, and the hunt is in. Magic will get it.
Just triple for triples here. Two different players able to secure 3 as both Davis finds 3. And then, as you mentioned, Magic on the Magic finds themselves a 3-piece meal as well. Eating well with 45%. And for the Eagles, they've actually lost Kriko. We talked about that damage. They're going to have to supplement it some way else with a little bit of a switch up and that team up activated.
Sorry, now on this Jeff here as well. Kriko on the Magic for a moment, back to the Ultron, but it doesn't matter because Thinger crew are in this back line and they are wreaking havoc. This double dive tank combined with the ability of Magic here, it's something that the Eagles are struggling to deal with just a little bit.
The trench coat thing right up in your face. They just can't deal enough damage. They can't find a way to the back line because constantly they're getting jumped on and their health bars getting deleted. For the Panthers, they've had control since the beginning up to 80%, but it's actually Godly Monkey Man who has slipped into the back line trying to delay their push forward. All it's going to do is just isolate even more as the Panthers return to pounce on their prey.
They've got 4 ults here built up as well, already at 92%, and most likely because of all the space that they're taking right now, they really don't even need to use these ults if they choose not to. The Eagles now have gotten into the backline, though. They're going to capture the point, even though they lose 4 of 6 members. So realistically, just about a little matter of time here before the Panthers are able to retake it.
They said take the point you might, but percentage under to 0 you will not get from us. We'll get something here in this first sub-map to show for it. And it looks like with the Panthers pushing for being able to burn down the rest of the yellow bar, they go up quickly 1-0. Eagles making a lot of changes in that first sub-map. We'll see if they can make the correct changes as we head to Super Soldier Factory for sub-map number 2.
Yeah, I mean, we saw some swaps come in, but you wonder if maybe it just happened a little bit too late for this team. They didn't really get a full kind of opportunity to find that 5 or 6 player push together here. So we will see a few more swaps. Godly on this Wolverine, and we have seen them be very devastating on this before, but not only Wolverine, Black Panther, Iron Fist, and Venom. They are going almost as full dive as you could possibly get here for the Eagles.
I love it. I mean, the possibility to just shut down that backline and especially find ways to isolate Magic. One of the special things about the heroes, they're so good at going forward and then using that transfer between worlds to be able to find that stay alive ability. If you can cut that down, that could be an option to win those team fights. Those ultimates, though, you talked about, Panthers kept 3 of them into this submap number 2.
Yeah, that's a nice little extra kit in the tool belt there, especially when you're trying to take this initial point, get that early percentage, and close out this first sub-series into. We can see all the action already happening onto the point, the ult from Inviswoman, and this has got great sustainability here.
And they just pop everything. They said we're saving it for nothing as Unknown just crunches into the back line. And Davis, with an ultimate of their own, continues to rip through with a bare knuckle brawl. Davis has had themselves quite a game so far, and we're only in map number 1.
We see him in the kill feed a ton and always on that left-hand side because he has been dropping bodies at the moment. Meadow trying to make a little bit of leeway here. The Jeff ult comes into play as well, and maybe looking to throw some off. Only has the thing, and unfortunately gets taken out immediately. Vax will fall to themselves here as well, but not before they take out the Iron Fist.
Really focus down there, and a great trade. That's the important word, as the Panthers never seem to be in a lesser player scenario, playing together, and this time they're not super overextending. You see how Magic is just guarding that entryway, the rest of the team playing on that site. Davis earned themselves another double KO as Spiked and crew go forward. It's 2 for 1 and 4 for 1 in the overall scheme of things. The Panthers claw and slash their way again to another successful team fight.
Yeah, Godly on that Wolverine is having a tough time because Thing does counter them a bit. Needed to maybe target some of the other players, but has opted to go back to that Doctor Strange here as well. Sorry, now under the Cloak and Dagger has a little bit more sustainability. We see the ult here from Meadow as well, and they're looking to retake this point for the first time here in the submap number 2.
Got a lot of players here, but Unknown is able to double up on the KOs to start out the fight. And Davis, welcome back to the Thunderdome. Rips him all the way home. KO from Magic as well makes it 4 for nothing. Davis takes down the 5th member, and there's nobody left to stand here for the Eagles. The Panthers, their team fights just continue to get more and more clinical.
A couple more swamps coming out from the Eagles, but they've really got maybe 1 fight territory left here. Magic on the chase of Star-Lord, looking to chase him down. Bax does find the Zaytobi here onto the Jeff, though, who swapped off DPS, but Bax, the Wolverine, a 2K, and the Panthers continue to slay here on the point.
It's just this dive composition. It continues to rip. There's no way to isolate it here. And although single members hold the yellow bar of overtime activated, the Panthers will quickly burn it down and deny Zilean their chance to get in. 100-0 submap number 2 will set the Panthers up 1-0 in the overall series.
We haven't been able to see Hall of the Dajjal yet tonight, and it's going to be up to the Eagles if we get to go there, because they've got to win this next map on Yggdrasil's path. You talked about how good Davis was playing on that Captain America, and we get to see it right here. 26 kills, 0 deaths, and 4 assists with 15 final hits. Definitely well-deserved of the MVP.
A lot of damage blocked as well, just kind of being that intermediate frontliner, knowing when to go forward and picking up a huge step up play. For Zilean, a lot of assists, leading the team in damage. Will pick up that SVP on that other side. But for the Eagles, they're going to have to figure out something different, because it feels like kind of trying to play that front to back without truly any frontline. They're really banking on their damage to get these picks, and because they're not, it's just kind of isolating members away from each other, and that is just allowing the Panthers to feast on their back line.
Yeah, I think, you know, maybe a Penny, a Namor, something to kind of combat all of the dive that they have here. And so we talked about it. Wolverine doesn't really play into Thing that well. It's a tank that, or a Vanguard, that often counters them. So sometimes you got to mix up the compositions. It felt like the Eagles weren't afraid to do that, though. We did see him making a bunch of changes, eventually getting to that Rocket. So Rocket combined with Penny can be very deadly for a lot of these dives. Your supports can kind of hang out in those minefields as well and prevent that. So maybe something to consider going forward. But I think those strategies also change up a little bit now that we're getting into that payload style. You know, we talk about Penny often a little bit better on that defensive side of things.
Yeah, I mean, and if you can set that tone early on in that defensive side, there's another chance for you to go towards this map number 3. That's why we play best of 3s overall, is because you got to play consistent. You got to keep going and keep winning. And I think for the Eagles, we've seen them, throughout these full 6 weeks, just get better and better and better. We'll have to see on that next map, though, if they can win and force our first game 3 of that day.
I don't know. I think it's going to kind of rely on some of these composition changes, just because we saw how well the Panthers were playing together. You had Davis and Unknown on this kind of double dive tank composition, always in the back line. Magic was right there as well. And I think when you have that good team communication where you're all 3 kind of pouncing on that same member, you can kind of rinse and repeat, and it makes it difficult for your opponents.
And I think as well, when you have a Panthers team that has a standout Magic, it seems like it's consistency across the entire Pilot League here, as we've got some great Magic players. And maybe for the Eagles, where you try and change things up is that pick ban, as maybe you focus away some of those dive initial heroes, and then you take away the Magic as well. You've got 3 of those bans in total, so what they choose will have to be up to them.
We'll see if those bans and protects change at all here between the next map. We're going to give those players a little bit of time to do so. So one more time to stretch those legs. We'll see you on the other side of this break.
back, everybody. Still here at the pilot season of TECX Job Corps. It's week 6, and we've got another best of 3 that we're dived into already. 1 map down with possibly 2 more to go, if the Eagles have anything to say about it. For the Panthers, a huge opener in that map number 1 where they were able to really pick a correct composition, but it'll be up to them to see if they can play consistently. It's still Llama77 and Hot Sauce, by the way, up here in the booth. We'll be here all night long, however long it takes.
That's right, here until the end. Well, maybe at least Llama, but Potomac's going to ban away again Emma Frost. We've got AJCC banning away Thing, locking in that Scarlet. And then on the other side of things, Potomac ban will then be banning Doctor Strange, and locking that Black Panther who we saw banned away from them last time. So maybe something that could give them that little extra oomph to find a dub here. It's that same map that we saw last time, Yggdrasil's Pass. So that second checkpoint is going to be that big one I'm looking for.
Be really interesting to see how that kind of team fight evolves with the different choices. Black Panther being available also means more diving tools, possibly kind of diced in with the other things they want to add to the recipe. The biggest thing, though, for the Eagles is no matter what they choose, they've got to be able to win this second map if they want to force the third and keep themselves alive. But these are 2 of the teams we've kind of seen since the beginning. I know we've been gathering other teams and getting to see newer and newer talent every single week, but this is starting to become a real rivalry between these 2 teams to see who's going to end out on top of the pilot season before we wipe the slate clean and go into that season number 1.
Yeah, I'd love to see more teams coming on board as well, just kind of increasing that competitive pool there. And again, all of these, players getting an opportunity just to come out here and have some fun. So that's been great to see as well. I mean, I've seen a lot of low-level numbers out there as well, and so maybe they haven't had an opportunity to kind of have a setting like this. So it's just great to see them, get that ability to come out and have some fun with us here tonight. So we appreciate them putting on a little show for us, but as you said, the Panthers aren't out of it yet. They got to get at least 1 more win to close out this series. Now, for the Eagles, they are playing for behind, so they're going to have to get back-to-back dubs here if they want to find themselves in that victory spot.
It's not easy to do, and especially against a Panthers team that was just so clinical, not only in their approach to the team fights, but how they were actually taking them and knowing the strengths of their own composition. We will get to see what we have in map number 2. It looks like the Eagles are going to start out on their defensive side, while the Panthers will get to set the tone on offense. Lots of team ups activated right here at the beginning, but a chance for the Eagles. If they can hold the Panthers to not reaching that first checkpoint, it could be exactly what they needed to go all 3.
A little bit of a composition change here from Unknown as well, off the Thing onto this this Hulk that we talked about, maybe due to some of those bans. But Godly on the other side from Doctor Strange as well, going to this Iron Fist, which is another one of these dive characters that can be very difficult to deal with. You've got Sari on the Iron Man as well, and so really both teams kind of mixing it up a little bit.
Changing up what they want to do, looking for different opportunities to go here. And it looks like the door's ready to fall here, as we've got, again, Eagles starting on that defensive side, Panthers with a little bit of long-range damage to start. And with that dive already kicking in, Godly Monkey Man is pushing them back to the spawn doors and making sure to burn down every second of time.
I'll be looking to chase toward the back line here as well. It's Spike to find the first. Backs on the BP. We'll get one as well. And a couple big picks here for the Panthers as they look to pressure forward here. They've got that closer spawn as well, something that can help them out a little bit. And again, now Unknown. He said, I can do it on the Thing, and I can do it on Hulk too.
Really good push out, and being able to show that versatility, that hero pool depth is so important. I mean, we've talked about challenging each other, challenging your team, and being able to find different ways to patch a sinking boat. It looks like for the Panthers, though, Davis, that MVP from map number 1, is disconnected. So this might be the chance that the Eagles needed to turn this 6v5 on its head.
Got to take advantage of it while you can here as they work to get Davis back into the game. It does appear that he is reconnecting as we speak, but for the Panthers, they're continuing to make this push. They've gotten a couple kills onto the Eagles. There's a couple Eagles members kind of lingering around as well, and if the Panthers can find a way to stagger them out, starting with Jeff there as well, they might just find a way to push it with 5 as Davis does come back in.
Huge jumping, leaping takedown from Unknown, and this is almost already towards the first checkpoint. Again, in these payload modes, you're going to gain extra time by hitting those checkpoints, and it just makes the push easier and easier, knowing you have more team fights on the horizon. Spike is going to go right back in, even picking up the double KO here. And with the Eagles not an ultimate to work with, they're going to have to work off this other side of the checkpoint to try and fight it. With Vax taking down the big old shark, it's one more to fall, and the Panthers pull off another double KO.
Now, this time from Spike on the support role, putting out some big damage as well. And typically we see Adam kind of in this 3 support style. It's combined Mantis, who's also a big damage dealer, and we see the Panthers really not even miss a beat even after that Davis disconnect there momentarily.
They found ways to play together, and it just is a sentiment towards their communication as Davis communicates a shield right to the dome of Zaytome, and that's going to be Davis doubling up as well onto Kriko. Everybody starting to fall. The Eagles' wings are clipped, and the Panthers will roar their way back. They've lost the payload for just a moment, but it doesn't really matter. They take down those members that were holding them up, and they're back on the move.
Back on the move indeed, and rather quickly here. Now they've kind of given up a lot of space on that payload, though. Ideally, you want to have at least one member on that. It gets you at least the most bang for the buck there, but we see everybody just kind of pushing forward. They're feeling very confident, and they're really preventing the Eagles from finding a way to get through this tiny little corridor.
It's just such a small gap there, and instead the Eagles can't find their way back. The Panthers push their way through, and KOs are there aplenty. With Mateo falling from the sky without that Ultron, the damage is severely lacking. You have to maybe look towards Zayto, but they're the next one to fall. And with only Sari and Zillion left to go in the fight, they are rooted up and taken down by Davis, who is having another return to form showing as the Panthers has almost unlocked this second checkpoint.
Davis backs. I mean, we see the quadra kill coming in from Davis, who had that previous MVP, maybe looking for another one as well. And he's standing in front of the spawn here, just taunting the composition. Come out of here, I dare you. I've got some shields to slap around.
Just stands there menacingly. Love the confidence here as Potomac Panthers will pop a double ultimate. Unknown and Davis in combo tandem, but it's actually Vax and Magic that'll pull their Ripper down. 1, 2, 3 knockdowns in a row for the crew in red. And early takedowns is huge, especially from Magic, who's playing on a completely different hero, a completely different type of hero as well. And the Eagles just have no answer.
Unfortunately, Zillion's going to go down here as well, and we see that kind of leads to that domino effect after losing that big tank. They have swapped to the Thor, unfortunately, who's also immediately eliminated, and it's a couple picks coming from the Cloak and Dagger here that allow them to continue to pressure forward Black Panther. I mean, everybody getting a piece of the pie here for the Panthers.
But he's just winning their ones, and that's what it takes sometimes, is being isolatedly, I guess, good or something like that. Being good on your own and finding ways to bring it to the team fight. For the Panthers, they're creating new ways to enter, new ways to find angles, and Davis and Unknown show that with both them picking up a KO in their own right. 3 minutes to push this payload all the way to the end. The Eagles need a fight win now.
So far, it's been a real confident push, and it doesn't stop there. Just Magic on this Mantis combined with Spike, and it's all of these support roles. That's a 3 combined between the two of them there that are finding a lot of these picks. Now Thor in the background will take out the support from the Eagles as well. The domino effect continues to be in full effect, and the Panthers are dangerously close to finding this final destination.
Just a few meters away now. We'll see what they can do out of the spawn doors as the Eagles are gonna just walk and walk, try and find their isolation, but it's 4 meters left to go. The Panthers with 2 ultimates. Spiked and Magic will both pop those ultimates ready to go, but it's actually gonna be the damage from their backline that needs to help them out here and now, as both those ultimates have actually expired. There's a lot of members of the Eagles here, and the Panthers are not out of it just yet as they take down Monkey Man.
They've been doing a good job of at least taking some time off the clock. What looked like was a final push for the Panthers. So from 2:30, 2:45, already down to 1:50. They're doing a good job of stalling out, but it eventually goes to the wayside. A few nice picks from the Panthers. They'll push in with 1:50 left on the clock, and now all the pressure will be put back onto the Eagles.
They delayed some decent time, but they're gonna have to push their way all the way to the end if they even want to try and find this overtime before having to win this map. And then even if they do that, I mean, the Panthers still with their silver lining map 1 victory. But boy, Davis again, you talk about coming back from a disconnect. It can sometimes shake you as a player having to join back mid-action, but Davis with a phenomenal freedom charge there at the end to really put the pressure on. The Eagles, as you mentioned, now have one final chance to try and change the tone of this story where the chapter could be ending.
Yeah, and I think equally as impressive is the Panthers playing with that 5-player roster when Davis had stepped out. I mean, it felt like they really didn't miss a stride there. They continued to pressure forward. They unlocked that checkpoint even without him being here. And so he gets to rejoin to good news and keep the hypes or the vibes high here. But you talked about it. I mean, the Eagles, they just got to push it all the way to the end as well. Give themselves a little extra time. Look to make some overtime happen here. But the Panthers, we saw them kind of locking them in their spawn earlier, and now maybe looking to do something similar. Look how far forward a lot of these players are.
This time as well, they've got the Black Panther that was banned away in map number 1. Of course, Magic doesn't have their superstar carry, but it looks like they've got all the tools necessary to get the job done. I think one of the hardest parts about this initial walk out of the spawn is there's that little piece of cover guarding away, and the Panthers can actually use this coverage from the payload to get themselves some action. And you can see it as they pick up a quick 2v1, make that 3. Vex is on a double, and the Eagles again need to find an answer.
I'm not going to lie, I often ban away Black Panther as well. Sometimes it's just very difficult to deal with, and unless you've got maybe a penny with the minefield or something like that to really slow them down. Again, we see him kind of having a field day back there. You combine that with how Davis has been playing as well, and well, I certainly wouldn't want to be out on the battlefield going against either of those two, either.
Yeah, give me some more bans. I need something more to fight this team if you're going to make me fight them. As Vax, you talk about continuing to roar. Really, both these two players battling for an MVP, racing to see who can get there first. As 1/4 of the time has expired for the Eagles, they get one of their first KOs of this entrance, and Magic is going to follow it up with a cutback. Double KOs coming through. The Panthers really hoisting up over the top of them and being able to go in and out. The dive carries are just putting on so much pressure.
I mean, there's already been quite a few times off the clock here, and there's been 0 meters pushed as far as this chariot goes. So Vax finding another pick onto the back line here. Zaytobi's going to go down as well. And for the Eagles, again, it's just some issues finding a way to get out of this first initial point. It's been tough for them to deal with. We've seen a few switches come in here as well, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we see a couple more.
Just trying something new at this point. Anything that can get you out of your own spawn and finding ways to burn down these ultimates, because it feels like the perfect time, and now they've got an ultimate of their own. Spiked is going to pop it with Vax and Davis still available left to go. It is the Eagles that are going to pop the I'm Jeffel, trying to take them up and out. It is going to be just one that they will grab, taking bits of damage and taking them off the edge. They'll trade 1-for-1.
At least they get a support, and for Jeff, they've got that closer spawn. We're going to see Meadow come out with an ult of their own. Zillion, Kriko, all popping ults here as well. I mean, Eagles really expending virtually everything they had in the bank. They find some big picks, but the payload still hasn't moved an inch.
Magic found a way to survive. I mean, this is just incredible. And guess who's back? Unknown, back again, ready to rip through and protect the rest of the team. Of course, a couple members going critical. Magic is going to fall, and with Unknown falling as well, you wonder, how does the front line look? Now they do have this freedom charge, dashing in and dealing some damage. You wonder if it's too early from Davis to try and take down this back line, but it's really just a time delayer trying to get the team back win. It's a 60-second timer for the Eagles to push all the way to checkpoint 1.
Made some leeway. They got out about 20+ meters here, but it has been stalled out again by the Panthers once more. Not a ton of ults to work with other than this Hulk getting dangerously close. Davis is low, though, and Vax goes down to Jeff. An opportunity here for the Eagles to continue to push forward. They're getting close to finding this overtime fuse, though, and they need this first checkpoint.
They need to go all the way to the end. It starts one checkpoint at a time here, but you need to focus on finding this team fight now. Magic is going to pop the ultimate at the start of the fight and try and get some of that early setup for them. It's just going to be nullified quickly as the Eagles playing the long range with Jeff, slowly dipping in towards those health bars. And Eden's an unknown, fall a little bit low, but the Jeff is going to go for it, trying to pop the ultimate and will grab 3. The question is, can they survive? Davis is going to the back line for the trades. It's already a 2-0, and everybody survives.
Jeff will get one on the way down after he spits him out, but unfortunately one is all they'll get. And with that, the Panthers stop the payload. That overtime fuse beginning to slowly burn out here. We see some ults, the hand of the Conchu, but it's not in time. The Panthers have done it in 2 here tonight in dominating fashion for them as well. We saw a lot of great swaps from the Eagles, but unfortunately it just wasn't quite enough here tonight.
Not enough to get the dub, but enough to have some fun for sure. A really good back and forth between these two teams, and you know what? Credit to Davis will actually earn the MVP on 2 different carries here over the course of 2 different maps. But you look at those score lines, I mean, over 40 limbs for Davis, Vax, and Spiked. And then you talk about the rest of the team being really close behind. As you mentioned, kind of everybody getting their bite of that apple pie.
I mean, a ton of final hits across the whole board here for the Panthers, but the Eagles came out and put up a good fight. They even continued after that domination. We saw a lot of fight in them. Unfortunately, it just didn't go their way here tonight, but that's the nice thing about these pilot seasons. You talked about it earlier. Pretty soon that slate will be wiped clean. You've got a new opportunity here as well, so it's just a little bit of the learning process.
Absolutely is. And I think if you guys are interested not only in what we are offering here for the Job Corps streams, but also we've got PIEA starting up very, very soon. So our high school league, along with some of their middle schoolers that are becoming the next generation of esports stars, is going to be starting in about a month and a half. So make sure you hit the follow button here. Tune into all of those socials. And of course, today would not be possible without Job Corps. If you guys want to donate towards their mission, they've got locations all around the United States. Or if you're someone who could benefit from what Job Corps has to offer, make sure to get yourself an amazing location, a job, and maybe you could see yourself up here on the streams.
We'd absolutely love that. A short but sweet night here for us. But before we get going, as always, we'd love to take a moment to thank everybody behind the scenes here at TEC, including our main man in the sky, Nick, for not only producing, but doing a wonderful job observing the show here tonight. It wouldn't be possible without him. Of course, all the players and everybody hanging out with us in chat. We appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you hit that follow button and that notification, gang, so you can tune in next time. The legend to my digital left is Llama77. My name is Hot Sauce. You guys have been beautiful. Take care and have a wonderful rest of your week.
Say